everybody. How are you doing today? I am doing fairly good myself. I just wanted to come on the Hypixel Server. We're playing a new minigame, Cops and Crims, or Cops and Criminals. Not going to give too much explanation about it, but it is basically Call of Duty in Minecraft. It's pretty fun, but like I said, I just wanted to come on here to address a serious topic, and that serious topic is Ebola in America. Now, I know recently this has gotten a lot of hype from the media, specifically the news media. Now, I say news media because it is very different from social media, where it has also been very hyped up. But I'm going to explain to you the reasons that you should not be afraid of Ebola, because especially in America, because it is really not something to worry about. So I have a lot of reasons. Let's start out with number one. 20,000 people have died from Ebola in the last 40 years. 20,000 people in 40 years. Just think about, objectively, that's not a lot of people. I mean, subjectively, it is a lot of people, because that is a lot of lives lost and a lot of people we will never have back on our planet Earth. But in reality, 20,000 people for 40 years of this disease being discovered since its discovery in the 1970s, 20,000 isn't a lot when you think about how 23,000 die from the flu every year, and 30,000 die or 40,000 die from car accidents in America alone. And yet people still refuse to get their flu vaccinations, and people still refuse to drive safely, even though there's so much evidence that these significantly decrease deaths. That's the word I was looking for. Now, a lot of people say, well, this causes autism, not driving unsafely, but the flu vaccinations will cause autism, which actually that was part of a very inconclusive test in the 1970s, and nearly every other source that studied it later found it inconclusive. So please just get your flu vaccinations, because that is not at all correct. Now, speaking of vaccinations, my second talking point on why you should not worry is that there are already 12 test vaccinations for this Ebola thing, which is amazing to think that 12 test vaccinations are already in progress when the disease has been in knowledge of human existence for 40 years. And it's really we've only started caring about it for the past year or so, and not even a few months. I'm trying to English my pump action, but I just died. Not too good at this game, as you would say. But anyway, I'm just gonna watch some action. I don't know if that's loud for you guys. It's kind of loud for me. I'm gonna turn it to like one volume. This game is a really loud game, but you can probably barely hear it now. It's okay. You should be focused on the message rather than the video. So 12 development vaccinations is incredibly quick for human existence, and there's already one that is said to have serious progress done by Christmas. And in the meantime, if you do happen to catch Ebola, which is a very, very slim chance, I will explain why that is in a second, but you have a very slim chance of getting Ebola, and if you do, there are already ways to treat it, such as putting you in a sterile environment and not exposing you to any other illnesses. And you can even use the blood of previous Ebola patients, because they will have antibodies in their blood that prevents them from getting Ebola for 10 years. So that's already being used today, and it's only been, wow, I just got 4 people. Wow, I'm dominating. I just said I wasn't good at this, but I'm apparently really, no, still not good. But anyway, so there's the bomb. So anyway, back to the topic at hand. There are not a lot of people who have Ebola, and if you do get Ebola, I'm on to the next topic point now. Like I said beforehand, you can just use the blood of previous Ebola victims to kind of neutralize the effects of Ebola. Not completely, and it's not 100% guarantee, but it is a serious help, which is really good. So if you have Ebola, which you probably won't ever have, but if you do, by some random chance, get Ebola, then just take those measures. There was this guy who just went bowling or whatever, and that doesn't mean you're any more harm for getting Ebola, because those places, as soon as they found out he had them, they were immediately cleaned up and all that stuff. I mean, like, people aren't just going to say, oh yeah, let's totally go bowling there was that Ebola patient. But on to the next topic point. Ebola doesn't spread very easily. Now, you can get it by coming in direct physical contact with that person or their bodily fluids or something they have recently touched. And by recently, I mean in the past 50 days. And you might think 50 days, oh my gosh, that's a huge amount of time. Like, I could have touched something that someone else touched 50 days ago. But when you think about it, it's not too bad, because there are, 3, 4, 5 people in America that have Ebola, and most, if not all of them, have been quarantined. Now, you may have heard, oh, there are like 20,000 people in America, like 2,000 people in America, or whatever, that have Ebola. And no, those are people who have been suspected, trying to say that word properly, suspected to have Ebola, not actually have it. And most of those people that are suspected to have Ebola don't actually have Ebola, and a lot of people are saying, yeah, they probably just don't, like health officials are saying they probably don't have Ebola, but we're just going to check them just to be extra careful. Now, oh gosh, the bomb has been planted. That moves me on to another topic. It is extremely, I know I've already been stressing this, it is extremely difficult to get Ebola, but it makes it even more difficult when there, I thought that was my teammate, when there are people out there, like doctors and health officials, and not really so much health officials, but they're doing some things, but there are people out there who it is their jobs to make sure you don't get diseases, and they are doing a fairly good job at it. Now, you have, in America, because we have a very, very good living conditions place, it's a really great place to be, we have a 50% survival rate, which isn't great as far as diseases go, but it's a lot better, a heck of a lot better than the 10% survival rate you have in West Africa. So just think about that next time you're saying, just freak out about Ebola, it's such a big deal. It really isn't. And that moves me on to part number 2 of this video, why people are making a big deal about it. If it's not a big deal, then how come I've heard it's a big deal? How come people have been telling me we're all going to die from Ebola? In fact, I remember one of my friends saying we're pretty much all going to die from Ebola, which is, after doing research, absolutely not true. So, well, probably not true. I mean, I can't say 100% definitively for anything, really. I mean, I can't even say that the sun is going to come up tomorrow, because it might not. Nothing is definitive. But anyway, that has nothing to do with this crisis. The crisis is really fear. That's what it is. You know, Teddy Roosevelt didn't have a lot of nice things to say. Now, I'm not going to get into politics here too deeply, but he didn't really have a lot of nice things to say, if you know what I mean. But in the wise words that he did have, he said, all we have to fear is fear itself. And that was not Teddy Roosevelt. Excuse me. I am very good at remembering quotes, not so good at remembering the things that the people who said those quotes. And the person that said that quote was Franklin Roosevelt, completely different person. I am very sorry. All we have to fear is fear itself. Yep, that's pretty much true, because, well, besides that and zombies, but pretty much fear and zombies is all we gotta fear, because when you think about it, the only reason this disease is getting so much hype is because the news needs to fill a 24-hour time slot, and this Ebola thing has given them plenty to talk about, let me tell you. In fact, on Fox News the other day, someone said, well, it's been 9 minutes, that means we have to start talking about Ebola again. Which I can't really say that's wrong, because it's what they're doing. So the game's over, and I think it's just funny that they're hyping, especially Fox News, they're hyping Ebola and saying Obama's not doing enough, when in reality, they're anti-big government, which is very ironic. But that is pretty much all I wanted to say. I just needed to get that stuff off my chest, let you guys know the facts, the truth. Need you to know the truth so you can be a better person. Don't want to share that on the mail. That just came up. I am pressing all the wrong buttons here today. There we go. Here's some right ones. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you share this video, or even if you don't have to share it, just tell people the facts, so the next time they say, we're all gonna die from Ebola, you can say, nope, Andrew Huvian told me you were wrong. Yep, you can tell them that, exactly. So thank you guys for watching so much. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you, whoa, is that a rainbow? That's pretty cool. So anyway, I will see you later. Bye!